What is going on? My name is Ario the Juice from Juicy Tech Podcast. Oh, sorry for the noise. Sirens are wailing. But yeah, if you're new here, support the channel by subscribing, liking, of course, share the video that I'm getting ready to share with you with this topic. If you have been here since day one, it's been maybe a year and maybe a year in total that I started this YouTube channel. And this is really about me documenting my journey in the tech field, from transitioning to logistics to the tech field. So that's what I do here. That's what I love to do. To me, I like to be real with people and just kind of give people the raw, actual, information, and kind of get people up to speed on what to expect when they do certain things. So if you've been watching, like I said before, if you've been supporting from day one, you've realized that I've been dabbling into different fields within the tech field. So IT, sales, development. But again, I just document my journey to get into this field in general. And it's been a very, not I would say a bumpy road, but it's not perfect, obviously. I'm transitioning, so it's a lot to expect, especially if you're new to this. It's a lot. But anyway, like I said, if you're new here, I started off going to a coding boot camp called Boca Code in Boca Raton, Florida. Boca Code is an awesome school. I met a lot of amazing people, talented students, and the staff members. I met a lot of great people there, a lot of amazing people. And once I left the school, I found my first job in the so-called tech field. And I worked at this place called South County Mental Health Center. I worked in the implementation department. Basically, that's where they keep all the IT people, developers, and my team of implementing information into their system. They use MySQL as their database. I was there, right, as a first tech job. It was a contract role too. And now I'm over at Fiserv as my second tech job, basically, and I'm working in sales this time. Super different role, but I can do it. Obviously, it just takes time, a lot of information, but I do want to talk about that specifically, working at Fiserv, really working for a division within Fiserv called Merchant One. That's who I work for exactly. I still work for Fiserv, but Fiserv does have different divisions, and one of their divisions is called Merchant One, and that's who I work with closely. So I want to talk about that because some of you may be watching this video and you're interested in learning, or maybe you're interested in joining Fiserv or Merchant One as either a salesperson or a tech support person or customer service. This video is really for you, right? If you're looking to join the company, I think you should watch this before doing that, right? So again, what I do here is just post my life, my journey, my experiences, and hopefully that can be that can be valuable information for you to make better decisions and choices, and just kind of go from there. So I use myself as an example because that's just what I do. But anyway, so I work at Fiserv right now as a sales, in tech, right? I'm working there right now, and there's pros and cons, obviously, right? There's pros and cons working with the company. The biggest pros is, for me, as just my opinion, I live like 2 miles away from the company, right? Super close. Like, gas is, it's awesome right now because I work 2 miles from where I live, which is incredible, right? And that's a big pro for me. There's more pros. I love how the campus is so big. There's different spots to maybe have coffee, tea, some other type of hot beverage. There's a cafeteria, so you don't have to leave the campus and go somewhere and have lunch. I haven't really had food in the cafeteria, but the fact of them having that, on the campus is really convenient. So that's a major pro. Another pro is the fact that you can grow within the company, maybe try different divisions within Fiserv. That's another pro. More pros is that, of course, the benefits in terms of health insurance, dental, all that is covered as well. There's more pros, right? And there's cons as well. So let's talk about the cons real quick. And one of the biggest cons to me working with the company, Merchant One or Fiserv, is I wish they would get people prepared before you start training, right? Now there's on-the-job training basically, which is awesome. That's another pro, right? There's on-the-job training, which is really cool. But I think that could be, it could be better, right? And that's really what I want to talk about, specifically the training part, right? I want to get into that more. And the issue I'm seeing with the training part in Fiserv through Merchant One is, again, I wish they would kind of get people up to speed quicker in terms of, learning all the information before starting the 2-week training process, because that's what I'm doing right now. It's a 2-week training process. And you go from tech support to sales, but first they start you off as a tech supporter, learning all the ropes and all that stuff, which makes a lot of sense. And then you graduate to doing sales, right? So it's really sales and tech at the same time, but they want to get you up to speed with all the information. And that starts off with the tech support to kind of know exactly what's going on, which makes a lot of sense, because why do sales if you don't know what's going on? And it doesn't make any sense. So you start off as the tech supporter, learn all the roles for like a few weeks, I think, and then you're in sales, something like that, which is great, right? So it's on-the-job training, which is awesome. The problem is the 2-week training is not enough. I don't think it's enough in terms of getting people ready to move into sales and really be confident and kind of go from there. So what I'm trying to say is this. Within 2 weeks, I think they should maybe let people be aware on what to expect at the training for 2 weeks. So maybe a month prior, have people train and study for like a whole month, right? Or maybe month plus, kind of get people up to speed before training. So once training starts, you're not so brand spanking new to all the information, because you've been, you've been training yourself for a month basically. You've been doing studying and kind of trying to memorize a lot of things. You know what to expect. You know what I'm trying to say? I think that'd be a great help for a lot of people. Some people catch on faster, obviously, but everyone's still struggling because it's such brand new information. It's just information overload. It's a lot of documentation to remember, a lot of abbreviations and when to use this and when to use that. It's a lot, right? So I won't say it's hard, because I don't think it's hard at all, but it's challenging to retain all the information and in such a small amount of time. 2 weeks to me, I don't think is enough. I think it should be a month at least, a month of you training yourself, and then after a month, when it's time to start work, actually, you start training. You're not so new to everything. You know exactly how to speak the language within the industry, and you're good. I think that makes a lot more sense to me. How much time I have left? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me than just you start doing 2 weeks of training and just have to cram all this information within a short time. And I don't think that's good, because people have lives outside of work. Obviously, maybe you're raising a family, children, maybe you have a second job, I don't know, but you may have a busy schedule outside of work, and here you are trying to cram all this information, this brand new information, like a lot of information, and try to soak all this up within a small time. I don't think that's really good. So it could be better, and I think that's how you can make it better, by actually maybe having people learn this stuff a month prior, then 2 weeks of training, and you can just knock that out because you're not so new. There's no need to write down so much notes. You've done the note taking at home for a month, so you have everything with you. You're not so new to everything. Some things may be new here and there, but you're not brand spanking new to all the information. So that to me is the major con of not really getting people up to speed quicker by having them know what to expect. I'm talking from the very beginning. You start talking to this potential employee, I think it's best if you really let them know right away what to expect. Listen, there's a lot of information to retain, so I think it's best if I send you some kind of information, a video, or I don't know, and kind of study this stuff for a month and really study it. So now once you come in for training, you're not new to everything. You can just knock the stuff out quick and start making money faster. You know what I mean? So I think that will help a lot for a lot of people, myself included, because it is a lot of new information. Just like coding, that was still new to me, but that's what they did back at Boca Code. Before class started, they sent us a lot of information to learn on our own, so you're not so new to everything. That was a major help. It really helped a lot. So I think that same strategy should be implemented in Fiserv or at Fiserv, Merchant One. A month of training at home, and then 2 weeks start work on a job training for 2 weeks. You can knock the stuff out because you're not new to it. You've had a month to grasp all the information. So that's gonna help you kind of really get things done faster. That's just my opinion. But not to shame the company or anything like that, but I think that could be a big help. And that could just be a really big help. So that's really, to me, the major con of working at Merchant One Fiserv is I wish they kind of would get people up to speed quicker and not right when there's 2 weeks of training and just try to cram all this information in 2 weeks. That's not really going to help a lot of people retain the information quicker. There's more cons. Maybe the class could be, because it's not a school. Fiserv is not a school. It's not an education institution. It's a job. So if you're gonna try to treat this 2 week as a training thing, I think it should be a little more, not professional, but it's how should I put it? It's not a school. You know what I mean? It's a job. So I think it should be treated like a job more than a school. If that makes any sense. There's no curriculum. It's a job. So I think it should be treated more as a job and focus more on the hands-on stuff than trying to really focus on it being pushed. I'm talking about the 2 week training process, using those 2 weeks as like on the job, like hands-on training thing. That makes any sense, right? I hope I'm making sense. But it's not a school, it's not Boca Code. So treating that 2 week process like a school, to me, it's not a big help. It's just not. I think you should treat it like a job, because that's exactly what people are signing up for, a job. And that's what you should expect at an actual 9-to-5 job, because you're a W-2 employee. You're not a student at an actual school. So that doesn't make sense to me also. It should be, again, pushed and treated like an actual job site. So we learn everything on hands-on training. There's no time for, us trying to learn this stuff like we're at school, because that's not what I signed up for. I signed up to go work at a job, so I'm expected to learn everything hands-on, day one, not notes and memorizing things and study and go home and study. That doesn't make any sense to me. So again, great place to work, but if you're trying to work for Fiserv, just kind of keep that in mind, what to expect. There's a 2 week training, and maybe you should bring this to someone's attention who's trying to get you to work with them. Just kind of have them, hey, where can I find information about, where can I start training immediately so I'm not so new in this 2 week training process. So I think that should be something you should bring that to their attention before you start working with them. Let me start learning right now. Like, I need the tools when I'm at home, so I'm not just, I'm not so new to it. Talk, explain yourself, really let them know this is a big deal, because I think it is. So you're not so left behind. So yeah. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Let me go back to work. Much love to you. Have an awesome day out. Have an awesome day so far. Enjoy your rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I can't talk, excuse me. And let me get up out of here. Thanks for watching this video. Like I said, support, like, share this video. And I'm just going to keep posting more of this type of stuff as much as I can. So be safe out there. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peace.